Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Coach Tobias Forst, founder of Achilles Life Coaching, decade-long recipient of narcissistic abuse, and I've saved myself from all of it. How I did this, I share with you in my coachings and videos. So for today's video, I donned my moral apostle garments to channel those people that are not really, to channel those people in your lives that are not quite honest with you. So the topic is, it always takes two. You remember the probably many situations in your particular lives, ladies and gentlemen, when after you've had a severe discussion, an argument with your narcissistic boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, whichever, and you take some time away from them and want to talk about what happened with somebody else that you trust. And you go into detail what happened, what was said, how you felt being gaslit, manipulated, conditioned, lied to, whichever. And the friend you're entrusting this information to starts off by saying, Anna, Tom, it always takes two. Be very mindful when it comes to that, because if we take the outcome of today's video, the gist of today's video, if we transport it to right this spot, when you hear the sentence, it always takes two, you are very likely in the presence of a gaslighting attempt to your detriment. So how can you dismantle that? How can you see through that statement if it's actually genuine? And the occasions of that being genuine will be few and far between. And where is it gaslighting toward you, an attempt to manipulate and condition you to question your reality? That requires one aspect for you to see through all of it. And this is basically the hardest part at the very beginning. It requires 100% honesty on your part, ladies and gentlemen. Be 100% honest toward yourself and your surroundings. After you've had your argument, your discussion with your narcissist, you let emotions evaporate over the next few minutes or hours, whichever, and you can distill fact from feelings. And you look at it right now with 100% honesty toward yourself, and you can say without that being muddled by emotions, that was a clear gaslighting attempt in that discussion with him or her. There were manipulations, deflections, future fakings, you name it. And that is the information coming from 100% certainty, honesty from you toward yourself and to the person you're going to, and sharing what happened because you might want to talk about it and or get input and advice. And that person you're entrusting yourself to has nothing better to offer than, it always takes two. Oh, it always takes two. Does it really? Does it? Ask yourself the following question in your internal... You hear that statement and you freeze time. And now you go through the following process, ladies and gentlemen. The next time that happens, that this is the advice you're getting. Ask yourself this: are you proactively searching for control about someone else? Are you proactively searching for control over someone else? And the next question I'm directing to the small minority on this channel that this applies to. If your answer is yes, your answer is yes, you are looking for proactively looking for control over other people, do us the favor and leave the channel, unsubscribe and go elsewhere, because this is not the channel for you, unless you're a bit masochistic and you like to be in the presence of the truth that we've subscribed here to and that I aspire to every single time. This is a channel for truth and not for fomenting grandiosity and everything's fine and everyone's great and even you, the occasional narcissist here, because this is not someone who I engage with. Not in coachings, not here on the channel, nothing. If your answer is yes, there is the door. Now to the vast majority of you, ladies and gentlemen, the ones who seek help, the sane and healthy and mature and adult people here, welcome again and looking forward to the future here. If your answer to the question, are you proactively looking for control over someone? If your answer is no, there are 3 follow-up questions for you toward yourself, with 100% honesty when it comes to answering them. Number 1, what were and possibly are the effects of the narcissist's behavior toward you? Physically, mentally, emotionally. Number 2, how did their behavior change your behavior? Have you asked yourself the question, I wasn't always like that. When did it start that I changed? Have you become passive-aggressive in your verbal dealings with friends, family, colleagues? But you really weren't before you met the narcissist? Are you echoing the narcissist's behavior? And it might not be pretty what you find out about yourself. But you need to be 100% honest when answering the second question. How did their behavior reactively change your behavior? Because you have agency in it. It's not I can't do anything. This is something that can be exorcised. That's what I'm here for. I help you exorcise this echoing behavior of passive-aggressiveness. I've certainly lived through this, and I wondered, when did it start? I'm not this. I'm not looking for proactive control over other people, although I'm very capable of reactive control over people who try to infringe upon me. As should you, as is my task to help you achieve for yourself. Number 3. Last question, while we're still freezing time with the moral apostle that tries to tell you that it always takes 2. The last question is, what motivated you to separate from the narcissist, or on a smaller scale, what motivated you to leave that intense argument with them? Now, to conclude this video and the core message of it, you have someone that tries to imply that it always takes 2. Assume, ladies and gentlemen, that this is a gaslighting attempt, because you've just answered 4 questions for yourselves. You're not proactively looking for control over other people. There were certain behaviors on the narcissist's part that had particular effects on you. There were certain changes to your behavior over time while interacting in that relationship with the narcissist. And you distilled certain causes for you to no longer engage in that argument, or even better, no longer engage in that relationship at all with the narcissist. So no, it doesn't always take freaking two. Sometimes one has all the blame. And that someone is very likely simply just the narcissist in your life. They don't like to take responsibility, but there it is. The facts don't care about the feelings. The feelings of the narcissist. So, when you hear this, it always takes two. It's either A, the person you're entrusting yourself with that information, when you're sharing, is not open for the facts. Or B, you haven't been 100% honest. And the latter part, B, 100% honesty, is something that you, ladies and gentlemen, have complete agency over. If you can eliminate that as a parameter and make it a fact, yes, I was, yes, you were 100% honest in answering those questions, then maybe you're just talking to a moron who tries to gaslight you. And the next time you are looking for someone to share a problem with, make sure it isn't them. Be your own hero. Be your own heroine. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.